Welcome to Unit 2. During this unit, we'll focus on Recommendation 2 from the Practice Guide. Recommendation 2 addresses integrating oral and written English language instruction into content area teaching. In this video, Marie and I will be sharing a brief overview of this recommendation so that you are set up to dig more deeply into the effective pedagogy for English learners.
So why is integrating oral and written English language instruction into content area teaching important for English learners? With the adoption of more rigorous academic standards across many states, teachers have the opportunity to support English learners in building language skills while learning challenging new content. With my middle school English learners, I recognize that in order to develop their language, conceptual, and analytical knowledge in social studies, students needed ongoing opportunities to engage in written and oral content area language practice. To successfully engage in these activities, I needed to create contingent scaffolds to provide multiple points of entry for diverse learners.
There are 4 approaches to carry out Recommendation 2. First, strategically use instructional tools such as short videos, visuals, and graphic organizers to anchor instruction and help students make sense of content. 2, explicitly teach content-specific academic vocabulary as well as general academic vocabulary during content instruction. 3, provide daily opportunities for students to talk about content in pairs or small groups. 4, provide writing opportunities to extend student learning and understanding of the content material.
One example utilizing these approaches from an elementary math class would be to invite students to solve this model problem. Kai has 28 goldfish. He donates 12 to the school aquarium. He wants to place the remaining goldfish in 4 bowls. How many fish will be in each bowl? First, explicitly pre-teach content-specific and general academic vocabulary, like donates, aquarium, and remaining. Second, use a problem-solving graphic organizer with students. The teacher reads the problem aloud and asks questions like, can you describe what's happening in your own words? What's the main idea of the problem? What information do we know? What information do we need? Ultimately, what are we trying to find out? And how could we visualize this problem? Students discuss these questions in small groups and record their responses on the graphic organizer.
Third, to visualize the problem, the teacher models with students how to illustrate what is happening in the word problem. For example, the teacher could model drawing 28 goldfish, then circling 12. Next, drawing 4 bowls and depicting 4 fish in each bowl to show how the remaining 16 fish are divided. Once students have engaged in the model problem with the teachers, students could work in small groups to solve additional problems using the problem-solving template. And finally, as an extension activity, students work in pairs to create their own similar problems to be exchanged with and solved by another student pair.
In the following sections of this unit, you will engage in activities and discussions and with text to further your understanding of Recommendation 2. Keep in mind the foundational values of equitable learning opportunities, cultures of family and home, literacy as social practice, and instructional scaffolding as you examine this recommendation. We look forward to learning with you along the way.